The conference is about to start.
Good.
Bravo, fermo lì, fermo lì.
An amazing film, and which is the fifth work of Mauro John Capece, the director, by my side. And this is his fifth film. All of them have been recognized and have been very successful, both nationally and internationally. And among them, there is his last movie. I think it's the last movie, The Scoccia. Is it your last?
No, it's not the last.
Second last.
Yeah.
Who incredibly won 38 awards out of 34 participations. So that means that has been really, really internationally well recognized. This new movie is the title of this new movie is The Dark Dance. Is a thriller noir along the line of the tradition of this noir of the 70s. And the film is starring Corrina Coroneo here by my side, and even Franco Nero, and Flavio Sciolé, exactly. So, and it's an interesting project. Has been shot among different regions in Italy, Lazio and Abruzzo, and even Puglia. What else? It's a co-production. It's an important co-production between three companies. Two of them are Italian, Evoque Art House and Stemo production. And then we have even the Canadian co-producer of Oddflix. So I will now maybe give the word to Claudio first to give us some hints on the production side.
Bene, io parlo in italiano, scusate per gli ospiti inglesi.
Claudio Bucci, who is the producer for Stemo Production, is saying that it's time now to really invest on talents, and this is the most important thing because they are the only one who are capable, really capable, to enter the market not only in the festival circuit, but even on the more, let's say, commercial side, although the quality of these works coming from such talents, because the film The Dark Dance has been written by Corinna and Mauro, are the authors, not only the directors and the main character. And so leveraging on their talent, that means that we could really compete in the international market.
Sì, finisco rapidamente dicendo il perché abbiamo una coproduzione con il Canada, che ringraziamo perché hanno creduto anche noi dei giovani talenti italiani.
Co-production are really strategical in order to not only open the mind and give projects a more broader breadth, but even to make sure that our talent, in this case, our Italian talents, but it will be the other way around for other co-production, have the possibility to enter and to know other markets and access other public.
Je suis d'accord avec tout ce que Claudio a dit, parce que c'est très important la coproduction. C'est l'avenir du cinéma même, parce que, étant donné que c'est difficile de financer un film, le fait de pouvoir se mettre ensemble, les pays pour faire un film, les producteurs pour faire un film, et quand on y croit, on embarque dans le film, donc on n'attend pas que les pouvoirs publics disent oui, et on embarque du moment qu'on peut trouver les fonds pour faire le film. Et ce qui est intéressant, on a de travailler avec l'Italie, on s'est bien compris quand on a rencontré et Mauro, on s'est bien compris et tout de suite ça a cliqué et il n'y a pas eu de difficulté. Et je dois dire qu'on a bien travaillé ensemble, même si on travaillait de longue distance, ça s'est bien passé et nous sommes très heureux de cette coproduction avec l'Italie. Et on recommencera avec Mauro demain matin.
Now I introduce you Vronsky Belizaire.
Yes, I'm pretty much going to say the same thing in English. We really enjoyed this experience meeting with Mauro, who brought this story to us, and we found it very compelling. And as we really do believe in working in co-productions, because these stories are universal, and it's important for humans to meet and share these stories, and we are all from different places, but we connect through cinema and through this language. And yes, that's just basically why we got involved, and the connection that Mauro had with us when he told us this story was just, it brought us here today, and we're happy to present this film, The Dark Dance.
Noir, it's a beautiful story, and it's a story of a clash between a politician who is not the personification of evil, it's rather the banality of evil, and a dancer who is Corrina, and she is really an anti-hero, a dark anti-hero, but basically all of the characters of this movie have the same loneliness, and at the end of the day they end up all alone like Chekhov's characters. And it's interesting because it has all the elements of the revenge. It's very violent, both physically and psychologically, but at the end of the day there is a poetry which runs all along the theme and the movie. It's really an awesome work, and I'm very proud to have the chance to introduce it to you all. And other 2 or 3 elements, the music, it's interesting because the soundtracks has been composed by an emerging Italian band whose name is, as a very Shijo X, a difficult name. One of the soundtrack is called Spiral, and it's really strong in the reaction when you listen to it. And the other interesting element that I'd like to address for you is the poster that you can see. It's an awesome artcraft itself. The author is Ulderico Fioretti, who works for an American graphic novel company, Heroic Publishing. And as you can see, really, from my point of view, it really summarizes even the flavor of this movie. Before seeing the trailer, I'd like to give the words to the director, Mr. Mauro John Capece, who might add something.
Thank you, Annalisa. And 1 year ago, I went to Cannes with this story, this powerful story, and I met here Claudio and Marie and Vronsky, and we made the movie. So it's a good place to me to show the trailer. This is not the movie, but it's something that I want to share with us before the movie will leave to festival. And it's a thriller noir, so it's a movie that you can see easily because it's a genre movie. You can at the end of the movie you will have every frames in the right place, so it's thriller, it's a genre movie. But it's also a movie that is shocking. Because I think that people, you have to shock people sometimes, so you have to let people reflect about important things that is in the life, you know. I think that the life is not only is something that is not every time soft, you know. So I like to give some small reflections. It's good to use the violence to fight in politics. It's good, it's not good, we don't know. This movie deals with a lot of interesting questions. And so I was very involved in this production. It took 2 years of my life. from the start to the end, and it was wonderful to work with this wonderful actor that they have in the movie. I think that Corinna and Franco Nero did a good performance in the movie. I think the one of Franco Nero is the most important performance in the last 10 years. And I also wrote the movie with Corinna, and I hope that you will like the trailer, and I hope in the future people will like the movie because there is a lot of work behind.
How was it to be so aggressive in a way, so evil? Would you define it evil?
Thank you, Annalisa. It was a great honor for me to play in the last film of Mauro, The Dark Dancer, because my role, Manola, is a very complex but beautiful role, because Manola is an orphan girl in a constant search of love, for love, but it gets always in the opposite. It causes in her pain, her anger, and her violence. And it was very important for me playing in this role, because this role gives me the possibility to explore the many emotions of this girl. Manola, for me, is a very fragile girl, and all of us in our life search for love by society, by our parents, by everywhere. So.
Credo davvero nel genere umano.
I invite you all to go to the theater. The movie will be released soon, and I wish you all good luck, although I think you don't really need it, because the movie and the trailer speak itself. Thank you all for being here. It has been an honor introducing you all.
I'm happy. Now I want to talk with public to understand what they are thinking about the trailer. Il thriller comunque ci devi pensare su un genere che ti pone un po' non si può sperare da punto di vista no, produttivo.
You like the trailer?
It's amazing, really amazing. Strong, very strong.
Did you like?
Stunning.
Des accents photo très réussis, beaucoup de couleurs, des couleurs vives. Très réussi.
Bon, le producteur est content?
Oui, très content, très heureux du travail de tout le monde, de toute l'équipe.
I am very happy for the conference because it's a project that we like too much. With Mauro John Capece, that is one of the best Italian director, young Italian director, and 3 years that with Mauro we think that can do a project that can arrive in all the world. It is a project not only for the market but also for the festival.
You do like everything completely. You do like this, you give the picture. Great. Bam, bam.
I'm giving people the pen of the politician.
Thank you for watching this interview on filmfestivals.com. Thank you very much.